In today's Money Watch, we have tips on how to manage credit card debt. It's a big issue, especially after the holidays. Nearly half of consumers say they carry a credit card balance from month to month, according to a new survey from Bankrate. That's up 10% from 2021. The average balance is more than $6,000. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to help us out. What's up, Jill? How you doing?
Doing great.
All right, so what explains the jump, and what tips do you have to help pay that down?
Okay, let's go back in time. It's early pandemic, you're at home, and you have nothing to spend money on except paper towels.
Okay.
So you save a lot of money. You get stimulus checks. You're not spending as much. You get stimulus checks. You build up your savings. And then all of a sudden, as the economy opens up, you want to splurge. You spend money. So we saw Americans spend down those excess savings. Then all of a sudden, inflation hits. It just whacks you over the head.
Gotcha.
And you've spent your savings down. You have to go into credit card debt. Now, to be clear, most people who go into credit card debt, about a quarter of them, are doing it because of those expenses that have risen. But we also look at about 43% who say there are emergency medical bills, there's emergency home repairs and auto repairs, and put it all together, and you've got that big jump in the number of people who are carrying a balance forward month to month.
How are interest rates impacting credit card debt?
Well, you know, if you go back, before the Federal Reserve started raising interest rates, average credit card debt, 14.5%. Now it's over 21%.
Sheesh.
So what are you going to do? Let me give you 3 ways to start negotiating this mess. Because
negotiating this mess.
Yes, and I say that very clearly.
Yeah.
Number one, when you have credit card debt, one really good way to actually approach this is to ask the credit card company for some help. So if you don't ask, you don't get.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah, no kidding. And what's interesting is when you ask for a lower rate, they'll often give it to you.
That's good advice.
Right?
Most people don't know that.
Number 2, if you've got decent credit scores, and credit scores have risen actually over the last 5 years, you may get a transfer to a zero balance card. Now remember, that can often be for a very specific period of time. So you get a 0% transfer balance, you get it for a year, it's going to pop right back up if you don't pay it off in time.
Yeah.
And I think that the last thing to remember when you're looking at your credit card bills is to automate as much as you can so you don't miss a payment, you don't add to it. That's critical.
There's a lot of people that say, you know what, I'm going to pay now instead of get on this pay later plan. What do you say about that?
Okay, buy now, pay later. It's basically an installment plan. Maybe you pay some of it up front. You see it every time you check out online. Oh, can we interest you in this? Just be careful. Sometimes buy now, pay later gets you in a bad habit.
Yeah.
Sometimes there can be fees associated. Read the fine print.
Real quick, if you're just drowning in debt, bankruptcy, is it an option?
It is absolutely an option. It is important to remember that we don't judge this. Don't judge this, gang, because when you have a real problem, sometimes bankruptcy is the best option. You must see a bankruptcy attorney to actually think about that.
Jill, you're the best. Appreciate you.